Despite his immense talent and widespread recognition, Edward Norton has often shunned the typical trappings of Hollywood stardom. Known for his fiercely independent spirit, Norton's career is a paradox. While he could have easily become a major leading man, he has instead chosen to carve his own unique path. From his early critical acclaim to his directorial pursuits, Norton is not just an actor. He is a storyteller, a thinker, and a man committed to crafting meaningful art. This is the story of Edward Norton, the reluctant star who transformed Hollywood on his terms. Early life and background. Edward Harrison Norton was born on August 18, 1969, in Boston, Massachusetts, into a family that would shape his worldview and career. His father, Edward Mower Norton Jr., was an environmental lawyer, while his mother, Lydia Robinson Robin Rouse, was an English teacher who passed away in 1997 due to brain cancer. Norton's grandfather, James Rouse, was a pioneering real estate developer and philanthropist, well known for creating the concept of urban renewal and founding the planned city of Columbia, Maryland. Raised in a family of intellectuals and activists, Norton developed an early awareness of social justice and environmental issues, themes that would later manifest in his work. Norton grew up in Columbia, Maryland, a community founded by his grandfather. From a young age, he demonstrated an intense intellectual curiosity and an interest in performing arts. At age 5, after watching a play performed by his babysitter, he became enamored with acting. His parents encouraged his early interests, enrolling him in drama classes at the Columbia School for Theatrical Arts. Academically gifted, Norton attended the prestigious Wild Lake High School, where he was known for being both a strong student and a budding actor. After graduating, he went on to Yale University, majoring in history, but his passion for acting never waned. At Yale, Norton participated in numerous theater productions, but he also spent time studying the craft more formally. He graduated from Yale in 1991, moving to Japan briefly to work for his grandfather's company, where he learned the Japanese language. Breaking into Hollywood, Edward Norton's entry into Hollywood was unconventional and marked by determination. After returning to the U.S., he moved to New York City to pursue acting seriously, working odd jobs while auditioning. His early years in the city were a struggle, but he quickly gained a reputation for his discipline, work ethic, and intelligence. Norton's big break came when he auditioned for the 1996 legal thriller Primal. The film's director, Gregory Hoblit, was having difficulty casting the part of Aaron Stampler, a young altar boy accused of murder. Despite competition from many established actors, Norton's audition left such an impression that he was immediately offered the role. In Primal, Norton portrayed a seemingly innocent boy with a split personality. His chilling performance earned him widespread critical acclaim, as well as a Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actor and an Academy Award nomination. The role showcased Norton's ability to embody complex, multi-layered characters and established him as one of the most talented actors of his generation. The sudden rise to fame could have been overwhelming, but Norton was strategic about his next steps. Instead of jumping into more high-profile roles, he carefully chose parts that would allow him to showcase his range. Rising Star, American History X, and Fight Club. After Primal, Norton starred in The People vs. Larry Flynt, 1996, portraying lawyer Alan Isaacman. The film, directed by Milos Forman, added to Norton's growing reputation as a serious actor, but it was his role in American History X, 1998, that solidified his place in Hollywood. In American History X, Norton took on the challenging role of Derek Vineyard, a former neo-Nazi skinhead who undergoes a radical transformation after serving time in prison. Norton not only bulked up physically for the role, but also immersed himself in understanding the psychology of racism and hatred. His intense, raw performance earned him his second Academy Award nomination, this time for Best Actor. The film was controversial and provocative, yet it became a cult classic, largely due to Norton's portrayal of a man struggling to shed his toxic ideology. Despite American History X's success, Norton's experience with the film was marred by conflict. He famously clashed with director Tony Kaye over the final cut of the film, with Kaye accusing Norton of trying to take over the editing process. Kaye even attempted to have his name removed from the film, but the Directors Guild of America intervened. The disputes surrounding the film marked the beginning of Norton's reputation for being difficult to work with. An actor deeply invested in every aspect of the filmmaking process, sometimes to the dismay of directors. Norton followed American History X with another iconic role in David Fincher's Fight Club, 1999, co-starring Brad Pitt. Based on Chuck Palahniuk's novel, Fight Club was a satirical and subversive exploration of masculinity, consumerism, and nihilism. Norton played the unnamed narrator, a white-collar worker disillusioned with modern life who finds solace in underground fight clubs. His nuanced portrayal of a man battling his own inner demons was met with critical acclaim, though the film itself received mixed reviews upon its release. Over time, however, Fight Club gained a massive cult following and became one of the defining films of the 1990s. For Norton, Fight Club represented more than just another acting challenge. It was a statement on the disillusionment and dissatisfaction that many men felt at the end of the 20th century. Norton's decision to take on such a controversial role demonstrated his willingness to engage with provocative material and his desire to push the boundaries of storytelling. A reluctant Hollywood star, despite his critical successes, Norton was not content to simply be a star. While many of his contemporaries were eager to embrace the Hollywood lifestyle, Norton remained fiercely private and selective about his projects. He refused to be typecast, shying away from roles that would pigeonhole him as a conventional leading man. In 2000, Norton made his directorial debut with Keeping the Faith, a romantic comedy in which he also starred. The film, about a love triangle between a priest, a rabbi, and a childhood friend, showcased Norton's versatility as both an actor and a director. Although it didn't achieve the same level of critical acclaim as his previous films, it was a commercial success and demonstrated Norton's ambition to explore new avenues in the film industry. Norton's commitment to quality storytelling often put him at odds with Hollywood's commercial demands. He turned down numerous lucrative roles and sequels, choosing instead to focus on projects that interested him artistically. For Norton, the process of creating a film was as important as the end product. This approach, while admirable, often led to tension with studios and directors who were more focused on box office returns, blockbusters, and frustrations. The Incredible Hulk and beyond. In 2008, Norton entered the world of comic book blockbusters by taking on the role of Bruce Banner in The Incredible Hulk. The film, part of Marvel's burgeoning cinematic universe, was seen as a departure for Norton, who had previously issued big-budget franchises. Norton's portrayal of the conflicted scientist struggling to control his monstrous alter ego was praised, but once again, creative differences arose. Norton had contributed significantly to the film's script and had a specific vision for the character's arc, which clashed with Marvel Studios' direction. Tensions between Norton and the studio became public, and despite the film's commercial success, Norton was eventually replaced by Mark Ruffalo in subsequent Marvel films. The experience left Norton disillusioned with Hollywood's blockbuster machine, reaffirming his preference for more intimate, character-driven stories. In the years that followed, Norton continued to work on a variety of projects, often in supporting or ensemble roles. His performance in Moonrise Kingdom, 2012, and The Grand Budapest Hotel, 2014, both directed by Wes Anderson, demonstrated his continued appeal as a character actor. Norton's collaborations with Anderson allowed him to explore more whimsical, offbeat roles, showcasing a lighter side to his acting. However, it was his role in Birdman, 2014, that reminded audiences of Norton's raw talent. In the film, directed by Alejandro González Iñárritu, Norton played Mike Shiner, an egotistical, unpredictable actor who pushes the boundaries of method acting. The role, which many saw as a self-referential nod to Norton's own reputation in Hollywood, earned him widespread acclaim and an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Behind the camera, directing, and producing, throughout his career, Norton has maintained a keen interest in the filmmaking process beyond acting. His desire to have creative control has led him to direct, produce, and write scripts, even when it created friction with collaborators. In 2019, Norton directed, wrote, and starred in Motherless Brooklyn, a passion project he had been working on for nearly 2 decades. Based on Jonathan Letham's novel, the film follows Lionel Esrog, a private detective with Tourette's syndrome, as he tries to solve the murder of his mentor. The film's neo-noir style and its exploration of corruption and urban development were clear nods to Norton's personal and family interests, particularly his grandfather's legacy as a visionary urban planner. While Motherless Brooklyn received mixed reviews, Norton's performance and commitment to the project were widely praised. Norton has also produced several documentaries, often focusing on social justice issues. His work in this field reflects his deep commitment to activism, particularly in the areas of environmental conservation and affordable housing. He has served on the board of trustees for Enterprise Community Partners, a nonprofit organization founded by his grandfather that focuses on affordable housing, activism, and personal life. Outside of his film career, Norton is a dedicated activist and philanthropist. He has been involved in numerous charitable organizations, particularly those focused on environmental causes. Norton is a United Nations Goodwill Ambassador for Biodiversity and has supported various environmental initiatives, including the Maasai Wilderness Conservation Trust, which aims to protect wildlife and ecosystems in East Africa. Norton's activism is not limited to environmental causes. He has been a vocal advocate for affordable housing, reflecting his family's long-standing commitment to social justice. In 2010, Norton co-founded CrowdRise, a crowdfunding platform dedicated to raising money for charitable causes. The platform allows individuals to create and promote fundraising campaigns, democratizing the process of philanthropy. In his personal life, Norton has remained relatively private, avoiding the tabloid scrutiny that often accompanies Hollywood fame. He married Canadian film producer Shauna Robertson in 2012, and the couple has a son, born in 2013. Norton's family life, like much of his personal world, is kept out of the spotlight, allowing him to maintain a sense of normalcy despite his public persona. Legacy and influence. Edward Norton's career is one marked by contradictions. He is a star who rejects stardom, an actor who craves creative control, and a Hollywood figure more interested in substance than fame. His body of work reflects a deep commitment to exploring complex characters and challenging narratives, even if it means clashing with directors or turning down lucrative roles. Norton's influence extends beyond his performances. As a director, producer, and activist, he has used his platform to push for change in both the film industry and the world at large. While he may not have embraced the conventional path to fame, Norton has carved out a unique legacy as one of Hollywood's most talented and principled artists. In an industry often driven by box office numbers and celebrity culture, Edward Norton stands out as a reminder of what true artistry looks like: passionate, thoughtful, and always striving for something more.